Good morning. One of the things that we learn from the Mosaic law is that we need a priest. As it says in Hebrews chapter 5 and verse 1, every high priest has been taken out of mankind and is appointed to act for men in their relations with God, to offer gifts and sacrifices for sins. So the Israelites had a group of men who acted as priests. Now these were from the tribe of Levi, and Aaron was the first high priest, and his descendants inherited the right to be a priesthood. Now this priesthood was not perfect, because as it goes on to say in that verse, so the high priest can sympathize with those who are ignorant or uncertain, because he too lives in the limitations of weaknesses. That is why he has to make sin offerings for himself as well as for the people. So these sacrifices that these priests offered were not perfect. They were temporary, and it gave relief from sins, but it didn't get rid of sins completely. We needed something better. So we looked to Jesus Christ to be our priest. But the problem is that Jesus was not born into the tribe of Levi, who were the ones who were given the inheritance as priests. Jesus was born into the tribe of Judah. So how could he be a priest for us? Well, we need to go back to Psalm 110 and verse 4, where it says, Yahweh has sworn an oath. Now that's important because it's something that's never going to be retracted. It says, you are a priest of the order of Melchizedek and forever. So who was Melchizedek? If we go back to Genesis chapter 14, what had happened was that Lot had been captured by these marauding ruling kings of the day, and Abraham had gone to rescue him. He had rescued him, and on the way back they were met by a king and a priest. And in Genesis chapter 14 and verse 18, it says, Melchizedek, king of Salem, brought bread and wine. He was priest of the God Most High. So Melchizedek was both king and priest. Now he has been linked with Shem, who certainly lived long enough to see Abraham's day, but the Bible doesn't say that. There's no account of Melchizedek's birth and no account of his death. So he becomes a fitting symbol for Jesus, who is going to rule forever. So we have here a priesthood and a kingship that was far older and far grander than anything came either through the tribe of Judah or through the tribe of Levi. And this is what Jesus Christ was going to inherit. It was this priesthood and kingship that he had. So what does that mean for us? If we go back to the book of Hebrews, we noted in chapter 5 that the high priest was able to sympathize with our weaknesses. But can Jesus? Because he was perfect. Well, it says in chapter 4 and verse 15, for it is not as if we had a high priest who was incapable of feeling our weaknesses with us, but we have one who has been tempted in every way that we are, though he is without sin. Let us be confident then in approaching the throne of grace, that we shall have mercy from him and find grace when we are in need of help. What a wonderful provision our dear Father has made for us, given us a priest and a king who is so kind, who understands what we're going through and is going to help us at the time when we need it. So if you want to read through Hebrews chapter 4 and 5, you'll find it most helpful. Thank you for watching this morning, and God bless.